Doing the most with Scarlet and Mitchell. Dig down the door, talking life, love, the wild and absurd. Saying what you're thinking, no filter, just words.
Welcome back, everybody. We are slurping into episode 21. If you like to play along at home. Yeah. We don't need to belabor the beginning, do we? I can always fade the music out. We do as we want, right?
Oh.
So, yeah. Doing the most. We are back. So, this is our podcast. We are Scarlet and Mitchell. We're doing the most.
Episode 21.
Episode 21. As we're rounding out, and then the delay of the release. So, we're both nurses. We have a whole bunch of cats and vacuums, and there's some kids, a child.
How vacuums always has to be.
I know, because that's originally, this whole thing was like, we're doing the most because there's so many flipping things around here, and the cats and speaking of cats, actually, I didn't even put that on the list. That was a little excitement recently. Depressing excitement. However, we have 5 cats. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome aboard. You're going to enjoy this cautionary tale. So if you think your life might be poor or bad, this will tell you how bad it could be, right? Oh, okay. Or not.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
He's right.
We do this out of the Broadway studios here in Portland, Oregon. And not really in Portland, but I say Portland for our international and national listeners. We're
international now?
There's some listeners outside of the U.S. There are.
Whoa.
So, and I think there was some in Brazil.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't have to speak. I mean, you have to speak English.
I don't have to speak.
Sorry, you don't have to speak foreign. The listener can just speak. Needs to listen in English. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Move along.
Okay. What are you so tired of?
Oh, what am I tired of?
Yeah.
Well, we just had Thanksgiving, so right now in this moment, I'm tired of eating, and I'm tired of eating leftovers, and I'm single-handedly eating that pumpkin pie that my wonderful mother sent with us. So I'm not tired of the pumpkin pie. This is okay. For me, Halloween launches what I like to call the beginning of fat season. Boy.
Yeah,
and
no.
Apologize to anyone who feels like I'm sorry. That's what I call it. Is there a more politically correct way? It's just the beginning. How about the beginning of
gluttony season?
Yeah, gluttony season. There you go. And I'm not a big fan of that because I'm not. So it's like Halloween and all the candy. And the candy's everywhere at work. Candy's coming home from the kids. And then you're like, we're okay. And then Thanksgiving hits, and then that's like a whole day of gluttony. And then you've got the leftovers. And then at that point, you're like, well, and then at work, the holiday stuff starts to kind of trickle in. There's we fade out of Thanksgiving because at work there's like 2 ton of Thanksgiving stuff people had, Thanksgiving at work. I did not. I was not there. But then there's that. And then you go, well, we got the holidays. And then there's all the cookies and this and that and another kind of meal. And then you're like, oh, okay. Well, we got New Year's. So there's a little bit more gluttony and snacks and eating going on. And then you fade out of there. And then usually you're like, okay, we're good. But then you're like, you got Valentine's Day just around the corner. And that's when you're like, okay, hopefully. But that's not like necessarily food centric. But I kind of feel like you got to get through the January to recover from this. So you got November, December, you got 2 solid months of just it feels like there's always one more thing. And then because you have maybe family visits, and then during the holidays, and now you're
and when your family's
out.
In town, you're like, let's go out to eat because it's the reason to go out to eat. I don't know. Yeah. Personally, I don't like cooking for people. I don't like the pressure of what am I going to make? Is it going to taste good? Are they going to like it? Are they going to be picky? Are they?
It can be enjoyable, but it's not usually if you've worked, or it's just usually you're just kind of I'm over the everything, and then you're kind of ready to just I don't know yet. So eating out becomes easier, and if you're visiting someone, it becomes suddenly eating out is that's all you're doing. You're like, oh man, and you can't wait to get back home and just eat some of your own home restaurant food.
No. That first night you're like, I'm gonna, and then you get home and you're like, hey, how about we order pizza?
Yeah,
or just not eat.
You just traveled, and you're like,
everybody fend for yourselves. That's my favorite, personally.
My mom
is everybody
used to
fend
do that.
for yourself.
It was like, what's for dinner? It's fend for yourself. It's and that makes it sound like we're out in the wild, you have to hunt something down. So that's what was I saying? The beginning of gluttony season. That is what'd you call it? Bugging you? No, what's in your mind? You were like,
what are you so tired of?
oh yeah, that's what I'm tired of food right now. And I feel like, okay, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. I worked hard over the course of October and part of November, just slowly chipping away at, I'm not just weight, but feeling fitter, doing my rowing in the morning, just kind of that. And I feel like in a matter of 4 days, I blew everything out of the water. Somehow I was able to just gain weight by breathing the air. And that was frustrating. And so now, but this is where you're like, okay, how many more? Okay, I can make it through. This week, we kind of settle back in. You're trying to find a rhythm
Maybe
again.
that's why January 1st is everybody's chance to be like, let's go get a gym membership.
Yeah, because you've spent, the gyms probably know that. You've spent, the last, conceivably month and a half, unless you kick off in October or 31st. I feel like really November 1st. Let's call it November 1st, Glutton's Day. You just kind of kick it off. So what about you? What are you so tired of?
Well, that.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, I know you have a wishbone to pick. Dad jokes.
Yeah, you and your family have already heard me talk enough about how I'm tired of turkey. Mm-hmm. But also, this Thanksgiving was different because we did the cooking. But I was really starting to hate Thanksgiving because I feel like we go over to your parents'. We're there for like 3 hours waiting for food.
Sorry.
No, I mean, this is before.
Oh.
Now, we did most of the cooking this year, and it was pretty fast and efficient. But,
yeah.
And people are grazing this is before. People are grazing while the food's cooking,
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else to do. I hate that just like waiting around for the food to be ready. And it's like, oh, it's family time. And it's like, I see your family every week. I don't need to have 3 hours of just sitting around. Like, I could be home doing laundry that needs to be done. I could be home vacuuming that needs to be done. There's always something at home that Wow, am I boring you?
No, only people on YouTube. By the way, go to YouTube, Doing the Most with Scarlet Mitchell, at Less Cats, please.
He's already yawning.
No, only people on YouTube would see that. That's why I was trying to yawn in discreetly. Now you called me out.
But that's that is exactly how I feel waiting for food on Thanksgiving. And then everybody gets the food and everybody's talking about the turkey. Oh, the turkey's really tasty, or the turkey's too dry, or the turkey. And I don't even think this is original for me talking about this. So I feel like I've listened to
yourself talk about this a bunch?
No, I feel like I've listened to a comedian talk about how the family talks about the turkey.
More funnily?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, yes, I'm tired. But this year was different because it was more fun, I guess, because we were doing the cooking. Well, you had already gotten a jump start on the turkey.
My oldest daughter.
Your oldest daughter and her fiance were here.
Up. Thank you, Audrey. And so that was nice. And yeah, I got a jump start on drying the turkey out a day and a half early because I had to work Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And yeah. So,
but yeah, I just I hope it's like that more in the future. And I have decided no more turkey, ribs, maybe. I was even looking up your mom would hate that. I was looking up prime rib, but
what about a smaller turkey?
Why?
Is it just because I know you said you don't like turkey, right? And I understand.
Isn't a smaller turkey? You might as well eat chicken.
I mean, I realize it's still turkey.
What?
Well, okay. Well,
I love a turkey leg. I love a smoked turkey leg. Yeah. I love the skin on a turkey.
The problem with this,
but then you get to the turkey breast, and I'm just like, I can't get enough gravy.
I'm already re-talking about it. I'm just saying.
Why are we still? This is why I can't stand it. This is because they're still talking about it.
But here's what I'll say. This year for us, it was I enjoyed Thanksgiving, right? This year, and it was actually crazy. We had everyone in the kitchen, and by the way, my mother, she prepared a bunch of stuff ahead of time. She did all the pies. So I don't want to imply that she didn't do anything. She did the pies.
Right. And then, and the stuffing was in the crock pot.
Yeah, she did do work. But I said, I'll do the turkey. And then, Austin did some green beans. You did some mac and cheese.
Yeah, Austin did green bean casserole.
Eggs.
We brought over world's best mac and cheese because, hello, why would you not? And we put it in the microwave. That is
Right.
That was probably the best way to do it. Didn't dry out. It was delicious.
Yeah. So I mean, everyone did, but we were all in the kitchen, and normally that could be a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it did
But
feel
was
really
actually-
hectic, but it was also not.
But no one
Everybody
felt like,
stayed in their zone.
yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. I mean, that's why I was like, oh, actually, normally I get bent out of shape about everything, but I decided not to do my world's greatest gravy. I just did regular gravy like
Yeah.
every other human does, not this
Yeah.
power reduction method. And no, but I'm with you. But then because I made the turkey, so I'm always super hyper, like, angry about how it turns out. Not here to talk about the turkey, but I'm with you in the sense of it's a lot of, I don't want to say it's anticlimactic, but here's what I was thinking of recently. I was like, why do I have cherished memories of Thanksgiving as a kid? Even as a teenager, I would say. I really loved it. I love the turkey. I love gravy. Really, I love gravy. That's why if there's no drippings, I'm like, oh, what are we going to do? But I actually know what you can do. But like the gravy, because you make potatoes, fill it up with a moat of gravy, and you dip everything in there in gravy. And it's just a lot of brown and gravy and all that going on, right?
Wow. I don't think do you want to say gravy anymore?
As much as I say fortnight. And then I like to dip rolls in the gravy, like gravy, right? Although at one point I started thinking about my heart, and then I started thinking about the LAD, right? The Widowmaker.
Why are you on the left side of your chest?
Because that's where the heart's located.
Okay.
And then the left, I mean, you know what I'm talking about? The Widowmaker, my mom, and I started feeling like it hurt a little bit while I was eating. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
For your mom, it was her RCA.
I thought it was the Widowmaker.
I don't think so.
Well, we'll check in with her. But what I'm saying is this. I was kind of worried about that while I'm eating. But why? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about, what was this in motion?
I don't know.
I was thinking about being a kid. I was like, I really treasured it as a teenager. I did. And it was maybe because I'm just lounging around and we're eating a ton of food. And I'm with my siblings. I enjoyed being with my siblings, just horsing off, being stupid. But I thought, I don't want to rob my kids of that same experience I had. But I thought, has Thanksgiving changed, or have I changed, or does it matter? Do you have cherished memories of Thanksgiving growing up? Like, do you go, oh, you're like, nope, never enjoyed it.
Well, it was always the same. We would always go to my Mima's. She always had a ton of food because she cooked everything. My dad's 5 sisters. Yeah. Would bring over various side dishes or whatever. And my cousins would be there. And when we were smaller, it was fun because we were going outside. We were running around, chasing each other in the woods, running out in the yard, playing games, this and that.
Informal family reunion.
Yeah. But as we got older, you notice this aunt stopped coming, and this aunt's beefing with this aunt, and so this aunt's mad at this person, and so they're not coming this year. And then, they're too good to come visit. They're going to so-and-so. They're going to their in-laws now. They're not coming here anymore. And as everybody got older, it just started kind of breaking apart, and it wasn't really I don't know. And then people started getting married and moving away, and then
it's not as fun as it once was. And the nostalgia.
Yeah. So maybe as I was when I was a kid, I have fond memories because of that time with my cousins and my grandparents. But as I got older, I don't know. It felt like more of a chore. Well, this is what we do. We go here, and Max is not going to have that, unfortunately.
What,
young cousins, or
he might
have young.
What are they going to be to him?
Oh, he'll be their uncle.
He might have young nieces and
watching
nephews.
Watching us in real time.
Okay.
Being and Max has a nephew 3 years younger than him.
Right.
Because that's the world. That's our reality.
Right. But hey.
Don't call him cousin. He's Uncle Max.
He will never be a creepy uncle to that niece or nephew, right? It's just, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just felt like this is what you do. You go over to your Mima's, and then you go home, and your dad takes a 3-hour nap.
Yeah.
Well, before
or watches the game.
Well,
or he falls asleep watching the game. That's what my dad
your brother. Yeah, your brother's watching football because that's all he cares about, and how he can watch football game. And
yeah.
I don't know.
And then the ladies are cleaning the dishes. That's how I grew up. And
I think it's this. All this expectation that's put on this holiday because of how it's been in your, throughout your lifetime, and you try to recreate that kind of, but I'm also, and then it's disappointing. It's almost always disappointing.
But this is what I'm wondering. Did my parents, when they were our age or my age, have that same thought of like, like they're doing it for me and my siblings, but were they exhausted? I feel, and it could be generational, because my mother may be like, oh, I just love this. I don't know, or did she feel, but she just trudged on? Because I hear what you're saying. It's like, oh,
I've never done a Friendsgiving with like maybe friends who have kids similar age. That could be fun.
Friends are
but I need friends.
But I was saying, what did I say this? I said to this someone just recently. Maybe it was Audrey. I said, friends are the classic saying, friends are the family you choose.
Yeah.
But I was like, but family are the friends who will always be there. Now you can quote me on that or disagree, because I was like, because family is always going to be connected. Now you can have a beef with your family, but like, they're not going to come in and out of your life maybe like friends can. So I think there's benefits to both. I'm just like, family though is always there, like, or they're connected by blood. So, here's what I'm saying, because we're not going to beat this turkey. We were kind of talking about, Lynn, how would you reinvent Thanksgiving for us and our family, and what would be like, because I was thinking about this too. It's like, well, how do you distill the parts that you enjoy? Because for me, it was like, I enjoyed, the games this year, thanks to a 4-year-old, but like, I enjoy the games and hanging out, watching a dumb movie, falling asleep on the couch as a family. Like the peripheral stuff is actually fun, even the desserts. So it's like, and the food is great, but sometimes there's a lot of stress, and depends on the year, can be a lot of pressure on that. So how do you like alleviate that? How do you have a meal that brings us together and yet it doesn't require so much time and energy? And we talked about this already. You were like, for Christmas, like, let's do soups. Have two different soups. I'll make some bread. We'll have another, and then keep it simple. And it's kind of hearty and warming. Soups doesn't take doesn't consume the leftovers. Don't take 7 dishes. They just take, it's just, So that was your idea. But what else would you, contemplate? And as you said, my father was like, well, I like turkey. And that's when you reminded him, in fairness, you're like, well, you can have turkey any time of the year. Like, there's no rule that says you have to have turkey on Thanksgiving. Like, if anyone, which is funny, if you ask anyone, hey, do you want to roast up a turkey any other time of year? People are like, probably not. No.
Your dad's like, I've been having turkey for 84 years. And they're going to take my turkey away from me? Like...
Nobody in the middle of June. Nobody's going, hey, you guys,
want to make the turkey jam?
Let's do turkey. You guys want to do turkey this weekend? Just right before summer starts. You're like, no, that's Thanksgiving thing. I mean, that's weird that we put it that way too.
I know. All these like weird.
Can you make
man-made, self-made constructs that we put on things, and these expectations that have been created throughout generations? And I don't know. What would I do? I don't know.
Ooh, sorry, it just came to me. Maybe one of the soups needs to be a nice tomato bisque, and you have grilled cheese sandwiches too. Simple. Okay. I'm just throwing that out there. I like a grilled cheese sandwich dipped in some hearty soup when it's cold out.
Does Costco still have that tomato bisque? Because then I won't even have to make it.
You just pour it into a pot. I don't know. Okay, well, any other thoughts on... Wait, that's bugging you the most. What did you call it? Taking your time up. No, you're...
I don't even remember now, because you've
ruined
gotten it wrong so many times. What are you so tired of?
Oh, that's right.
No, yes, I am tired of that. Thank you. But I'm also tired of people who think it's okay to blow their nose in restaurants sitting next, or blow their nose at a table where people are eating. Yeah,
that is and by the way, if you listener, you who are listening, I'm talking to you. If you have feedback about this or thoughts on this, you can always chime in, send feedback through email at feedback@scarletmitchell.com, or you can DM us on any of the socials. We probably don't go to Blue Sky, but hey, at LOST Cats Please is our handle everywhere. Send us your thoughts and feedback. But yes,
so we went to a ramen restaurant for lunch today. Delicious. It was a small restaurant. Tables close together, and we were sitting in those ones where it's like a really long booth chair, and then there's a bunch of tables kind of staggered
That they can rearrange into like 2s or 4s or whatever, right?
Yeah, and we sat at a 2-top next to a 4-top, and as soon as I sat down, the guy next to me like blew his nose.
Yeah. No, I remember
into his napkin that they had provided him, and I was just like, oof. You couldn't just get up and go to the restroom to do this.
Like if this is No, I mean, it is. So
you're eating a spicy ramen. What I do is I fold the paper towel, or napkin, and I just kind of I'll do this as I'm also wiping my mouth. You
give a little
discreetly,
pick up any drips, but you're not doing a full blown. I'm not doing a kazoozle.
Why is that okay?
It's always men, I think.
And then he was a slurper. And so he was eating his ramen and just slurping.
Yeah. I mean, is it acceptable to slurp though a little bit with a noodle soup? I mean, or is it the addition of that? You're like, you not only had to blow your nose.
It was
like
over slurping.
Okay. Over slurping.
Like it's okay to be like, okay, I'm have some ramen broth.
Because
it's a little.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah. That was like a good
Now, when
example.
you're slurping your broth, because he's at the end of the bowl.
ASMR.
He's got the bowl picked up.
AMSR.
And he's like, too much.
And then,
yeah.
Well, and then I had to sit next to his friend who was coffee tuberculosis tin.
Yeah.
Who was like.
So obviously I came home and took some vitamin C and some elderberry tea. But yes.
I was like, what is going on with this?
He was covering his mouth.
But towards me, I feel like he was doing the. But like, I always imagine like he's doing the elbow shield.
The tables were so close.
And I remember
together.
imagining like the spittle was like kind of shooting outside of his thing. And then, you know what happens? What I do when that happens, I kind of hold my breath for as long as I can. And then I just kind of and then I kind of turn away and I try to inhale some air from the other side but these guys.
So if we get sick this week, we know exactly why.
We know the epicenter of that.
Yeah.
So.
And when I'm that close to like tables like that, I can't help but just, and there was the right side of me. And I'm like, these guys are trying to like, I thought these guys were like.
Closing a business deal?
Well, I thought at first they were like maybe father and son-in-law.
Oh.
But then the guy was like, okay, so why are we really here? And I was like, oh.
Whoa.
And I'm like, Mitchell, shut up. Stop talking to me.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to listen to
we were just like listening all because I was.
It wasn't anything interesting, but
then the one guy's like, well, for $250,000, and they were talking about lighting and lamps and rebates. I kept hearing the word rebates come up. I was like, I don't know. And then the other guys were talking about.
Did he work for PGE?
I feel like it was a lighting place. I'm not sure. I couldn't.
And it was like multifamily dwellings.
Yeah, and then.
Were you?
Yeah, and there was some lighting. There's lighting going on.
I am not good in a setting like this where I'm this close to people because I just become non-functioning and I'm just eating my soup and not participating in my own conversation because I'm too busy listening to everybody else.
We enjoyed it because Sneezy McCofferton table, he was talking about crows. And I thought, Scarlett's brain's gonna get sucked into the crow conversation about the birds, and he saw like 14 of them, and then some of them are dumb crows. And I was just like, man, I just like. And they're so close, you can't really barely turn your head or eyes because you will make instant eye contact.
They'll know you're listening to them.
So that was an interesting group, but it's just actually
the ramen was delicious, though.
Yes, and we always love to listen to. We do enjoy that. Usually, that's our thing. We go somewhere and you're like, "Ooh, there's some juicy conversation going on."
I love it.
You're just kind of like tuning in. So, yeah, I don't think I don't know. Do your respiratory care somewhere else besides a public restaurant table.
It's not okay at a table. Even your own personal at-home table. Don't be that one who's just like, I gotta blow my nose at the table. Just like there's probably a bathroom within 10 steps of you.
Just be like, what?
Or just a different room.
Yeah. I concur. So, okay. So we've talked about turkey. Thanksgiving. Yeah. We didn't go over
I can get back to you about my dream Thanksgiving and what that would look like.
You have that?
I know. I don't want to sit here and brainstorm it. This could take forever.
We don't need you to workshop it right now.
Yeah. Because I don't really have any ideas.
Let's talk.
I'm not even a big fan of it. Like, in my personal opinion, it would just not happen.
Well,
you could do this anytime we gear. Okay?
In the past, didn't we not try a few different variations? Didn't one year we say, let's cater it?
Yes. And we got Whole Foods.
And didn't we do that?
We did.
And we didn't have a ton of leftovers because it was kind of like the right amount. if I recall.
Yeah, but it was all pretty bland.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good for my father. He needs less sodium in his life.
Yeah, well, he got it.
So, I mean...
Not this year.
And actually, you know what my dream has always been? And it still has to this day. I bring it up every year and I kind of sell it and there's like, yeah. But then and then the next year it kind of comes down to it. It's like, well, my mother would be like, oh, I got a 37-pound turkey.
She gets the turkey in September. And,
you're like,
and she's like, well, I got the turkey for Thanksgiving.
And I'm just like, last year,
here we go again. Here we go again.
Because my dream is this. You book at one of the restaurants that do a turkey dinner or just a Thanksgiving dinner. You book there. You go, you eat. Boom, it's done. They do the dishes, they cooking. You go back, lounge on the couch. I feel like that's the perfect. I've wanted that. That's my personal dream.
No cooking, no cleanup.
And Gustav's, rest in peace, no longer around, used to do a Thanksgiving dinner, and you would reserve it, and it might have been like $40 a head or something.
They're in Vancouver.
But anyways, that's my personal dream is to do a.
We're gonna make this happen for you next year.
Yeah, where you go.
And
to
if
a
it does
restaurant.
not happen, we are getting a smoker, and we are doing ribs.
Well, I've always wanted a Traeger or a smoker of some sort. It's just I can't even care for half that. I mean, this is. By the way, if you've listened to our podcast, you know that this is actually against everything that I stand for, which is more stuff. I'm trying to reduce stuff as we sit in the studio.
Would you rather have that than the grill we have?
The studio filled with more stuff right now. Organizational stuff. You can see in your shop, by the way. Brought to you by Rigid. We only used that grill like twice this year.
I know.
The other year we used it.
You know why? Because I just don't think it's worth it anymore.
Grilling food?
Grilling. It's dirty.
Oh,
it's
interesting.
Like, I don't know. I'm just kind of over it too.
I mean, a smoker is the same. You're going to smoke some stuff. I mean, although I don't love
grill,
brisket.
by the way.
I love brisket. Oh,
okay. I think we would get better use out of a smoker. Let us know what you think. Would you rather have a grill or a smoker?
Yeah.
Do you like your smoker? What kind of smoker do you have?
Most people are going to say Traeger, but I've been so fascinated by the big green eggs, which are really expensive. But I like to make pizza, and I'm like, ooh, be fun to do wood-fired pizza on a stone and a big green egg. But you have to get a pretty big one for I don't know. That's more stuff. This is anti what I stand for. I want less stuff in my life.
Okay.
Which is where we're at. So let's just, we said we're going to do a shorter episode. This is more concentrated for folks.
Yeah.
We have 5 cats. We went down to 4 cats. Remember this? This is how busy our life was or can be. Mm-hmm. We lost...
Why are you laughing?
Because when you say it out loud, because comedy equals tragedy plus time. Yeah. And it's been enough time. It's been a week or so.
We still don't know what day, but we have high suspicion of the day.
We don't. Yeah, we lost one of our cats. We have 5 cats. They're all indoor cats. And then
and time out for the record. When this happened, we both work Friday. I'm off Saturday, Mitchell's working. Then I'm working Sunday and Mitchell's off. And then I'm working Monday.
Right.
And Mitchell's usually doing his thing.
Right. Sunday is solo parenting day for me.
And then Tuesday is family day. When me and Mitchell, we're off work and we have Max. He doesn't have daycare that day.
So the Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
So the
week
pretty much we all come together on Tuesday. Family so it's like we work Friday, I'm off Saturday, but Mitchell's working, and so we don't even really see each other until Tuesday. Yeah. We see each other at night. That doesn't really, whatever. It's like, okay, I'm gonna eat dinner, I'm going to bed. Good night.
Yeah. Tuesday.
So proceed.
I want to say Tuesday, 2 days before Thanksgiving. We at some point for whatever Max or whatever, I triggered in my head. Where's Kennedy? Which is so weird because Max was just in the bathroom with me. Right.
And I was like, you should go find your cat. Because when was the last time you went and snuggled Kenny?
Right.
And Max was like, yeah, I'm going to go find Kenny. And you had come, it was like our wavelengths met. We were in 2 different rooms, 2 different floors of the house.
But the thought of where's Kennedy came up.
Yeah, it just was like.
Then the quick the preliminary cursory search. If you have cats, then you kind of go, here's the deal, though. Kennedy's favorite spots are not hiding.
They're in very
on the counter,
obvious places.
on the table, on the pony wall, like on the land. He is always obnoxiously wherever he can be. You set up a ladder, he will be on the ladder. He is always out in the open. It's like, oh, so we look everywhere. Then we start looking in closets and all the oddball places, then in the garage, and the reality starts to settle in. He ain't in the house. I mean, we have turned over every stone, and suddenly it's like, great. So then we immobilized, and I'll make the story short. We made posters, and I went on, next door, and
we did all the things we're supposed to do. That's like
checked with all the things,
post online, do the microchip, put it up on put it up on the microchip website, whatever, social media, flyers in the neighborhood, did all of that. Walked around, called his name, shook bags, walked around multiple times a day.
I did that.
You did a lap. I did a lap. You did a lap at night too.
Doing it at nighttime, late night. So I was like, ooh. And this is where you're kind of like, and then, but like you said, the sad thing, this is Tuesday. We weren't sure when the last time was. And we're reviewing all our camera footage that we have. We have indoor and outdoor cameras. And
he went out the garage door because he likes to slink out.
He waits
into the garage.
And then.
And our high suspicion was that it happened Friday because Mitchell's...
A lot of traffic. A lot of traffic. Let's just call it a lot of traffic.
A lot of in and out when Mitchell and I were not here. This is like a part of our routine. We are on alert.
Yeah.
If Kenny is sitting on the shoe rack by the door...
he's
waiting for his moment to go explore the garage.
Right.
So this is part of our routine, just kind of pushing his head out of the way. Whatever we're taking in and out, we kind of push him out of the way. Okay, go on. Run.
Yeah.
Not a part of people who help, not a part of other people's routine who don't have cats.
Right. So not pointing a finger. We're just saying.
I was home all day Saturday, and I was like, and then by Tuesday I was like, I can't even remember if I even saw him Saturday. We know you saw him Friday because you had a picture.
Right, at 5:35 a.m. or with him knocking over all the Christmas
photo
stuff.
Evidence.
So we knew Friday was the last time, which was sort of sad but true.
And so I remember Saturday the washer had leaked all over the laundry room under the litter boxes. So here I'm pulling out the litter robot, the litter box, mopping, cleaning, because now all the litter that was on the floor is now just a goopy mess because the washer is leaked. So I'm spending most of my morning cleaning this.
Right.
And it just, I don't think he was at bath time that night, and he loves to sit on the counter while you're giving Max a bath. He's been doing that basically since the beginning of Max. He runs
in there and jumps in there. Yeah.
He loves it. It's part of his routine too. And I was like, I can't even remember if I saw him, because I was solo parenting all day, and I'm just trying to get to the finish line because I got to go to bed because I got to get up at 3:30 and go to work the next day.
Right.
And it didn't even register. And then for Sunday, same with Mitchell.
Yeah. So hold your cats a little tighter next time.
We found him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So then so that's Tuesday, Wednesday, and
he, by the way, he's if we're gonna pick a favorite cat,
he's one of the top two.
Top two.
Maybe it's Max. It is Max, our 4-year-old son's buddy. They are they're just they're in trouble together. They're goofing off. Max
so
treats
if we were gonna lose a cat, he was not the one that we wanted.
Not that you want to lose
to be
a cat,
lost.
But there was a lot of there's some tears and this and that, and you think, oh, so Wednesday, my older daughter's in town visiting, and you were going to bed early because you'd worked Wednesday.
Yeah,
right?
But I had come home after, I was first thing in the morning, people are like, oh, they just come into the charge office and they're like, how are you doing? And I just burst into tears. I slept so crappy the night before too, and I was just like, I can't find our cat. And they're giving me tips and whatever.
Right.
So I come home that night and I take all the dirty cat litter from the litter genie, from the litter boxes, and I put it in a box and I go sprinkle it around the perimeter of our fence, of our property line. I put a little piece of dirty litter on our back porch because I was like, well, I've never seen him go up and down the stairs, but now if he smells it, he'll know to come up the stairs.
He jumped off the deck the one time.
He did, yeah. without hesitation.
Yeah, just jumped
like
off
he's been doing it his whole life.
a 1-story up deck.
So, and then, and then your daughter was coming over and I'm like, I'm just really tired. I'm just going to call it a night. And then that's when I was laying in bed. I heard, outside.
And I heard it too. I was downstairs.
Very loud.
And I remember having a moment because I was like, I was just kind of like, that was pretty loud. Well, I just brushed it off momentarily, but I heard it. And then eventually you came down.
Yeah, I get out of bed. I'm like looking in the backyard. I pop the screen out with my stupid phone flashlight, which is useless. Yeah. Then I run over and get the flashlight out of your nightstand because I thought I saw 2 glowing eyes, and I shine it in the neighbor's backyard, but it's just a bush with some raindrops on it.
It's an evil bush. It's a burning bush. Don't worry about that.
And I was like, and I called his name, like expecting for him to be like, I'm here. I'm over here. Like, because he's not a vocal cat either.
No.
So
he chirps a little bit when you have him. He'll purr and sometimes chirp, but he does not meow and talk like his sibling-ish.
Yeah, Hammy is very vocal.
Yeah, he's the spokesperson.
Yeah, He's really the only vocal one. Really.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, so Mitch, I finally came downstairs and I was like, I think I heard.
I know. And that was my favorite part. Amongst 4 adults, it was like, okay. And then everyone's like, yeah, okay. And I said, I heard it too. And then I was like, okay, fine, everyone. I guess I'll go look because everyone else is just sitting around still. So I immobilize while you all are chilling. I left
Immobilize?
my phone. Yeah, I mobilized.
I stopped moving.
Yeah, I stopped moving. I was paralyzed. Yeah, this is what's funny because you called. Was I at work that Wednesday? Yeah, we were both. No, wait, I was at work. No, I worked Wednesday too.
Yes, because of Thanksgiving.
I didn't go. Yeah. Well, I'm saying this because you were at some point angry at me, like, "Where's open the lock on the gate in the backyard to get into the alley?"
I was texting. Yeah.
Anyway, so I go out there and I'm looking around just for why are these cat noises happening, and then I go and I'm like, "Oh, the gate is locked," and I was angry at too. I was like, why can't I open the gate in the back? So but because this is what I'm saying, like this is what do you want to call it, the universe. There was a cinder block there, and so I stood on it to look over the gate. And had it not been there, I wouldn't have done what I did, which I took my flashlight, I looked over, and I turned to the neighbor's yard, and boom, I see what I believe to be and now know was Kennedy on the very far side, sitting on the fence, and it looked like all I saw was the glowing eyes and a slight white thing, but I was like, that's got to be Kennedy. And it was just like his posture, and all of a sudden I was like, Kenny, I'm yelling at him, but then he flops down outside, and I was like, oh no. And that's when I can't get out of the gas. I'm running around the neighborhood to go through another trail.
You take off running.
And I don't want to make this story super long.
And you're the only one running, and I'm just like, danger, can you go help him?
You guys aren't in the back yet. You don't know what's going on because I don't have my phone on me. So the very first run, I run all the way around, and I'm like, Kenny, and I'm trying to trying to talk into my watch, but it's just too far from my phone to send you a message, which is, I was like, then I'm like, oh, so I kind of run back, and that's when I'm like, listen, I need you out here. I need my phone. And you guys are all sitting around the table, of course, just, I need my phone. I think I heard Kenny. Anyways, the story still goes longer, but like he goes, I go back around, everyone's running and looking for him. Then he appears in the garage.
I know, because Audrey and I are at the table talking, and all of a sudden we hear,
and you're like, what?
And we look at each other, and you're like, do you hear that? And I go open the door to the garage, and he's sitting right there, like 3 feet away. And I was like, oh my God, Kenny, you're home. And then Audrey comes up behind me, and he's like, who the F is that? Bye. Whoa. And just like takes off running again. And I'm like, no.
Right.
So I was like, okay, even if Mitchell doesn't catch him, he knows how to get to the garage now. Right. He knows.
And we know we have proof of life. This is really like.
Because he had been missing for 5 days.
Possibly.
It had been raining. It had been cold. No food that I'm aware of, unless he went totally feral and was like catching mice and stuff. Right. Highly doubtful. His survival skills are nothing.
He can't even cover his own excrement in the litter box.
Yeah.
That's how, what's the right word? Domesticated he is. Yeah. He doesn't even flush, if you will. Oh.
So Mitchell catches him.
Yeah. After he
takes off his sweatshirt in like 38-degree drizzly weather, and he just wraps him up, and
I scruffed him, and I was like, he was like not happy, but like freaked out. Yeah. We brought him home. I mean, the rest...
and we have never loved him more, and he is sleeping with us every night. I don't care if he has fleas or not. Just
and initially, he was in a bathroom. He had more leaves on him than you would think a humanly possible.
Oh, I know.
There's so many leaves on this cat.
There were so many leaves.
Like that cat. Anyway, so we got him back. We're back up to 5. He is... and he didn't, seem to be injury-free. Wasn't nursing anything.
Yeah.
Didn't seem to be super thin.
He probably just been hiding for days.
Yeah. So, yeah. And he was only like, one house away on the backside. And, which they always say they don't run that far if they are. So, nonetheless, point being, what is the point of the story? We were almost going to be
happy. Thanksgiving was better for that.
Yeah. So that was Wednesday before, because I remember thinking if we had to do Thanksgiving, the whole time we would have been just thinking like, I need to be searching.
Yeah.
I got to be out there searching for this cat.
Yeah.
But there, happy ending to that story. Kennedy's back.
That was my thankful that Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Thankful for Mitchell.
Which is I laugh because it's so silly how much these little animals bring into our joy and into our lives. I laugh because it's sort of silly that we get so...
but it's not, because all they've ever given you is love. You can't be like...
I know, Hamilton gives me a handful of change on the ground every other day.
But ultimately, they're not malicious.
Right.
It's not like...
No, they don't like...
Which sounds so crappy about when something happens to, maybe a loved one or something. Not that you're necessarily holding those grudges still, but I don't know. You're just like... I don't know. We had our differences. I'm sad that they're gone, but with an animal, like when all they've ever given you is love.
Right. Wait,
and now
during Kennedy's absence, I feel like the beans incident and the Christmas tree happened. Did it not?
Oh, yes. So the same night Kenny came home.
Oh, was that same night?
The same night.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I wake up at like 1:30 in the morning to this just screeching sound.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I guess the cats are downstairs fighting. But then, and the screeching stopped. And then it started again. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go see what's happening. And Beans got his leg stuck in our artificial Christmas tree.
Like and the lighting cables or something?
I don't even know. It was part of the tree part, the tree wire.
Okay.
And I was trying to get him. I was half asleep, and I was trying to get him out of the tree and trying to fix his leg, but he was in so much pain every time I moved him. He bit through my thumbnail. Yeah. Bit through it. He scratched my head. And
I know, you were
not scratched, but he put his claw in my head, so I had punctures in my head. So now I'm bleeding down my face. My hand's bleeding and totally chopped up. And he ended up getting himself out by just climbing higher, and he was able to slide his... But I was just like, what?
You came and woke me up.
I know, because I was like, I need you to get him out of the tree, because he had already torn my face. I still have this mark.
Yeah, I see it.
And then on top of my head...
the mark.
Yeah.
Well, I was half asleep.
And I have a scratch here, too.
I was so confused.
He tore me up. And I was like, I can't say anything to Mitchell, because Mitchell already hates this cat. And now I'm going to try to get Mitchell to get this cat out, because I took my robe off, and I'm like, I'm just going to wrap him in this robe so he can't scratch me, because he was...
I felt like we had to put him down. No, I still am like, I was so hazy.
Apparently this is a thing with cats getting stuck in artificial trees.
I was so dazed. I remember I didn't know what was going on. You wake me up from a dead sleep.
I know. I'm
I'm
sorry.
down there and I'm like, and you're like, I remember just being like, I don't know what's going on.
I was like, I need you to help me get Beans. You were like, this lady is crazy. She's sleepwalking.
I'm just standing there looking like, I don't know what's going on.
My hand's bleeding. My thumb is throbbing.
Robe is coated in blood. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden he pops out and he finishes up.
Yeah, he is.
It was just funny because I
finagles his way out of the tree.
It was
and I'm just like,
sweet that you sought me out.
Was it?
Well, in the sense of you thought my husband might be able to help. That made me feel good.
Well, yeah.
But, I don't know why I get called in, but, I do have I do have some animal handling skills. I took a class a long time ago in college. Yes. Like a 400 level class, and part of it was animal handling, which is why I don't ever have issues with like when dogs or like getting them. There's a way that you handle animals when you need to do things. So,
well, I did not handle Beans right,
which is okay. You didn't know that about me.
He tore me up.
Not thankful for that.
And then he was even angry about it the next day. He's good. He's fine now.
Yeah, he was a little bit.
He was pretty.
Tensions
PTSD.
were high. Tensions were high with all the cat community. So
I just can't believe that all happened in one night. I was just so
rollercoaster.
Like, what is going on?
You were just doing the most.
Yeah.
With Scarlet.
So I'm still seeking out a new home for him. While I do love him, 5 cats is too much. If we can't even keep up with them,
it's a little bit of
it's too much to keep up with.
I mean, okay. We were going to do a short super shotgun episode. But
yeah, I'm done.
I'm just saying we'll revisit that because I feel like guilt if you like want to get rid of Beans or you're trying to, but
I already talked to you about this.
I know. So he's a good cat. I feel like we got a lot for indoor cats. We got a lot, and there's a little limited space, and I feel like they deserve better. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
I agree.
So okay.
So I hear what you're saying. We need a bigger house with a catio.
That's fine too, because I need a bigger studio.
Okay. Catio and a studio.
We're selling this house.
In 2027.
That's true. We got another year to get through.
Oh, it'll fly by.
Yeah, that's what the problem is.
Something to look forward to.
Well, so closing thoughts. Arguments.
I think I made them.
Well, then I guess you know how this ends.
Doing the most with Scarlet.
No, you're supposed to say... Oh. This is Scarlet.
And this is Mitchell.
No. You say.
This is Scarlet.
And Mitchell.
And we're.
Doing the most.
Bye.
Doing the most with Scarlet and Mitchell. Dig down the door. Talking life, love, the wild and absurd. Saying what you think, no filter, just words.
Oh, and then there's also wait a minute, what'd you talk about? We have to look. Everything's always like this.
Turkey.
Like,
they're doing the most and they're bringing you in with stories that sparkle and barely begin. So plug in, unwind, follow the toast. It's Scarlet and Mitchell.
oh, like, the old like. Those are always good because if you want to have like a.
All right, let's do this.
Like hand palm.